lonely stars begin to hide. Her trembling heart beats soft inside, afraid of what she feels, afraid of what she feels. The moonlight falls across her face, revealing wounds she tried to erase. But she still stands in this quiet place, searching for a reason to breathe. And she feels a shadow whispering her name, and she knows she's not the one to take the blame. It's Luna's cry in the dark, echoing deep in her heart, soft like a whisper, sharp as a spark, a voice that tears her world apart. Luna's cry in the dark, still calling her to rise. She remembers when the world felt kind, before the storms clouded her mind. Now she walks through the ties that bind, trying to break free tonight, break free tonight. The night embraces every tear, every truth she couldn't bear to hear. But even through her, she feels it clear. There's strength beneath her fear, and she feels the pull of something she can't deny. And she knows her soul was never meant to die. It's Luna's cry in the dark, echoing deep in her heart, soft like a whisper, sharp as a spark, a voice that tears her world apart. Luna's cry in the dark, still calling her to rise. Let the shadows fall, let the night unfold. She's done hiding stories she never told. Her trembling voice grows brave and bold. I won't fade anymore. The moon above begins to glow, reflecting strength she didn't know. She feels her inner light start to show. She's ready to let go. Luna cries, but I still rise, I still rise. The night becomes a friend again, a quiet place to find her strength. She breathes and stands within its range. It's Luna's cry in the dark, echoing deep in her heart, soft like a whisper, sharp as a spark, a voice that tears her world apart. Luna's cry in the dark, still calling her. Yeah. memories in the rain. Every step I take still leads me back to you, like shadows of the past that never fade from view. I try to let you go, but the night keeps pulling me back into the places where our hearts used to be. Whispers in the midnight sky, calling out your name tonight. Every star reminds me why I still dream you're by my side. Though the world keeps turning slow and the winds of time still blow, I can't escape the reason why. I hear you in the midnight sky. The echoes of your touch still linger on my skin, a warmth I can't replace, a fire deep within. Even in the silence, you're the song I can't erase, a melody of love that time cannot replace. I try to walk away, but my heart won't let me flee. You're the ghost of every dream that still lives inside me. Whispers in the midnight sky, calling out your name tonight. Every star reminds me why I still dream you're by my side. Though the world keeps turning slow and the winds of time still blow, I can't escape the reason why. I hear you in the midnight sky. Maybe someday I'll learn to finally let you go, but tonight the moonlight sings a truth I've always known. Whispers in the midnight sky, calling out your name tonight. Even though we said goodbye, I still feel you deep inside. Every memory, every sigh still echoes in the midnight sky. She walked through the silence of an empty room, where shadows whisper stories of a fading truth. Her trembling hands still reach for the moon. Though the night feels far, the night feels far. Fragments of the past still haunt her eyes, memories wrapped in quiet lies. But she keeps standing through the cries, learning who she really is. And she feels a heartbeat fighting through the haze. And she knows softly in the world she kept within. But every tear becomes a wandering flame, a guide to pull her through, pull her through. The weight she carried for so long starts to feel like it doesn't belong. She breathes in deep, becoming strong as her voice begins to rise. And she feels the fire burning under fear. And she knows her wings will find the sky from here. With the broken wings of yesterday, she still tries to fly through the pain, falling down but not erased. She rises through the scars she made. Broken wings of yesterday can't keep her on the ground. Let the memories fade into the rain. She's done reliving all the weight and shame. Her spirit whispers through the flame, I'll fly again, I'll fly again. Even broken feathers can be mended, even shattered hearts can be defended. Her story hasn't ended, no, she's just beginning. Broken wings still carry me, still carry me. She lifts her eyes toward the sky, feeling strength replace the cries. She knows she has to try. With the broken wings of yesterday, she still tries to fly through the pain, falling down but not erased. She rises through the scars she made. Broken wings of yesterday can't keep her on the ground. Broken wings that once held her back now guide her down a brand new path. She walks through fire but doesn't crack. She's found the strength she used to lack. Broken wings of yesterday finally let her fly. Ooh, finally let her fly. Broken wings can still fly, can still fly tonight. She hides her fears beneath a quiet smile, walking roads that stretch for endless miles. Every memory stacked up in fragile piles that she carries alone, carries alone. Her voice trembles in the fading light, fighting shadows she's too tired to fight. But even broken wings can touch the night when the heart she can't deny. And she feels the power she thought she'd never find. And she knows she's not afraid of the storm inside. There's a whispered storm inside her heart, soft but strong enough to tear apart the walls she built when she fell too hard. She's rising from the silence in the dark. The whispered storm inside is calling her to live again. Let the thunder speak, let the raindrops fall. She's done pretending she's too small. Her voice grows louder through it all. I won't break anymore. Through every tear she refused to cry, through every truth she tried to deny, she's learning now how to feel alive, how to stand, how to storm inside, soft but wild, tearing open all I hide. She breathes in deep, lifts her eyes, letting strength replace her cries. The whispered storm becomes her guide. There's a whispered storm inside her heart, soft but strong enough to tear apart the walls she built when she fell too hard. She's rising from the silence in the dark. A whispered storm that lights her way, turning night into silver day. She walks through fire but doesn't sway. She's stronger than the pain she faced. The whispered storm inside finally sets her free. Oh, sets her free. Storm inside, still whispering, still guiding me home. The night is growing quiet and the streets are turning cold. I'm walking through the memories we made when we were bold. Your laughter in the distance still echoes like a flame, a light that burns so brightly now only shadows say your name. I try to hold the pieces of the things we used to be, but time keeps moving forward and it's pulling you from me. Fading lights of yesterday, slowly drifting far away. Every moment slips like rain, falling through my hands again. I still feel you in the gray, where the wind She wakes up to another quiet day, holding dreams that slip too far away. Her trembling hands still try to pray for a love she couldn't save, couldn't save. Every whisper echoes in her mind, every memory frozen in time. But she keeps walking through the fragile lines, searching for a spark again. And she feels the fire she buried long ago. And she knows it's time to let the embers show. Inside a burning velvet heart, a flame still dances in the dark. Soft as a whisper, fierce as a spark, she's rising from the ashes of her scars. Her burning velvet heart is glowing once again. She once believed every word he said, now they echo like ghosts in her head. But broken pieces don't mean she's dead. She just learned how to feel, learned how to feel. She steps into the wind with steady breath, fighting shadows she once thought were death. And though her soul is tender underneath, her strength begins to reveal. And she feels the pulse of the fire she feared to hold. And she knows her story's meant to unfold. Inside a burning velvet heart, a flame still dances in the dark. Soft as a whisper, fierce as a spark, she's rising from the ashes of her scars. Her burning velvet heart is glowing once again. Let the night fall, let the thunder cry. She's done letting her fears define her life. She breathes in deep and lifts her eyes. I'm stronger than the pain I left behind. Velvet softness mixed with flame, a fragile strength she finally claims. Let the world remember her name. Let the world remember her name. Her heart was shattered, now it beats again. Her tears once drowned her, now they help her stand. The fire she feared now rests in her hands. She's learning who she is again. Inside her burning velvet heart, a flame still dances in the dark. Soft as a whisper, fierce as a spark, she's rising from the ashes of her scars. Her burning velvet heart is glowing once again. Burning velvet heart inside her chest, healing all the wounds she once suppressed. She walks through darkness, glowing bright, a warrior born from endless nights. Her burning velvet heart finally beats in peace. Finally beats in peace. Let it burn. Let it burn. walks through a memory she tried to forget. Echoes of promises softly upset. The ghost of his voice lingers like regret, fading but still alive, still alive. Her heart beats slow in the evening air, holding the weight of a love unfair. But even broken souls learn to repair. She's finding her own light again, and she feels a trembling truth beneath the pain. And she knows she can rise through it again. From the shadows of a silent love, she's learning how to breathe above the hurt that kept her trapped enough to lose the voice she once dreamed of. Shadows of a silent love still whisper in her bones. She held on tight to a fading flame, believing forever would stay the same. But yesterday's fire doesn't carry blame. It just teaches her to grow, teaches her to grow. She looks ahead through the gentle night, feeling her pulse regain its fight. And though the tears blur every side, she's stronger than she knows. And she feels the courage rising deep inside. And she knows she'll outgrow the hurt she hides. From the shadows of a silent love, she's learning how to breathe above the hurt that kept her trapped enough to lose the voice she once dreamed of. Shadows of a silent love still whisper in her bones. Let the silence fade, let the night unfold. She's done clinging to the lies she was told. Her heart breaks free from the heavy hold. I deserve more, I deserve more. Every tear she cried in vain becomes a river that carries her pain. Now she rises through the storm and rain. She rises once again. Silent love, let me go, let me grow. She steps into the night renewed, finding grace in the solitude. Her spirit shifts in quiet mood. From the shadows of a silent love, she's learning how to breathe above the hurt that kept her trapped enough to lose the voice she once dreamed of. But the shadows slowly fade away, replaced by light of a brighter day. She walks ahead with truth that stays. She's stronger than her yesterdays. Shadows of fall across the room, shadows dancing in the gloom. I hear the echo of your name, a quiet spark, a dying flame. The night feels colder than before. Your footsteps linger at my door. I reach for memories I can't hold. They slip away like silver gold. Every whisper, every sigh fades beneath the midnight sky. I'm trying hard to stay upright, drowning in these tears tonight. Sapphire tears tonight, falling soft in the pale moonlight. Every heartbeat breaks a little more as I stand alone at your fading door. Sapphire tears tonight, but I'll rise again when the dark turns bright. Even through the pain I'll fight with sapphire tears tonight. The clock keeps ticking on the wall, reminding me of every fall. Your promises now out of reach, like distant waves upon the beach. I try to breathe without your flame, but every breath still speaks your name. I lift my eyes to starless skies, wondering why love always lies. Every whisper, every sigh fades beneath the midnight sky. I'm trying hard to stay upright, drowning in these tears tonight. Sapphire tears tonight, falling soft in the pale moonlight. Every heartbeat breaks a little more as I stand alone at your fading door. Sapphire tears tonight, but I'll rise again when the dark turns bright. Even through the pain I'll fight with sapphire tears tonight. Maybe tomorrow I'll find my way. Maybe the sorrow will wash away, but I'm still learning how to see a world where you're not next to me. Still I'll break through every fear, step by step, year by year. Even if my heart's not right, I'll shine through sapphire tears tonight. Sapphire tears tonight, falling soft in the pale moonlight. Every heartbeat breaks a little more as I stand alone at your fading door. Sapphire tears tonight, but I'll rise again when the dark turns bright. Every scar becomes my light through sapphire tears tonight. Let them fall, let them shine. Sapphire tears tonight. Midnight echoes calling me again. Midnight echoes calling me again. She walks alone through the city lights, holding memories she can't rewrite. Every step feels heavy tonight, but she keeps moving on. She keeps moving on. The shadow follows like an old friend, a quiet story that will never end. She looks up and whispers to the wind, tell me where I belong. And the night holds every secret she tried to hide, and her voice shakes as she fights lose her face as the thunder grows, feeling something deeper than the sorrow she knows. A spark inside her slowly glows, a whisper saying her name. And the night feels like a mirror she can't escape, and her heart beats like a drum she cannot break. Echoes of her midnight calling through the dark, reaching for the fire buried in her heart. She's breaking but she's standing, torn but still alive, searching for the strength to rise again tonight. Echoes of her midnight still calling her home. She calling her home. She closes her eyes and feels the world fall away, hearing the truth she was too afraid to say. I'm stronger than the shadows haunting me. Let the rain pour down, let the night unfold, let her tears become stories untold. She's learning how to breathe again. She's learning how to feel again. Ooh, let the midnight echo guide her through the storm. Whispering hearts, lonely nights, she's finding her way through fading lights. Every scar, every cry becomes the reason she'll rise. Echoes of her midnight calling through the dark, reaching for the fire buried in her heart. She's breaking but she's standing, torn but still alive, searching for the strength to rise again tonight. Echoes of her midnight still calling her home. Echoes of her midnight echo through her soul, leading her to places she thought she'd never go. She's rising from the silence, glowing in the night, finding every piece of who she lost inside. Echoes of her midnight finally bring her home. Ooh, finally bring her home. Midnight echo still calling her home. There's a whisper in the smoke tonight, a fading glow beneath the light. She stands alone against the flame with burning dreams she couldn't tame. Her footsteps echo in the dust, a quiet strength, a breaking trust. She holds her heart through rising